Test, test, test. Ickles.
Was it right Signal Hill when you did that?
And Signal Hill when I did what?
Yeah, I thought you. Echo.
Oh, it was, yeah, but we can't say. Yes, that was me. Yes, you are correct. That was me.
What kind of car was it? I believe it was an
Echo. Yes, it just kept coming and coming.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What day is it?
Wednesday.
Oh, man, you freaked me out just then. I was like, well, I was way off.
Wednesday, he said, yeah, I know I could throw any day, and that time you would forget. Yeah, get in there, muscle. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Send us your questions, and we'll do a little, see if we can't do a little live Q&A here, if you're ready. I'm going to just do a little Instagram video here in the podcast for everyone. But this is for Rainbow. What's it? Rainbow charity. Rainbow something. Everything will be fine.
This is for, what's it for?
It's for 6 different charities, actually, what it is. We're going to do actually a little fucking, we're going to do a little Instagram video here. Actually, I don't know.
I was just going to say, are we allowed to swear?
Not going to swear anymore. You get one mulligan, children. Yeah, what do you at, guys? Just here with Tyler. We're on the podcast. You can reach us on the Rainbow Campaign Hope and Positive Vibes community on Facebook. We're streaming for the next hour, raising money for 6 different charities. Last night, hosted one for Fort Mac Flood, and today raising for 6 more. There's live auctions on all kinds of different stuff. Last night there was an auction on hats and coupons. Coupons, you hear me? Gift certificates for Sticky Pilgrims and everything. So jump on and we'll see you there. I'm just gonna throw that up. Look at that. I'm doing a video right here on the podcast for your charity needs.
Slick.
Oh man, I'm so unreal at this one.
Now, where do I find this? Oh.
Yeah, so just Rainbow Campaign Hope and Positive Vibes community. That's they wanted to keep the page name short, so they went with that.
Rainbow Campaign. Man, I'm proud that I was gonna ask you if we could swear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna let her rip there for a sec.
Just gonna let it rip there, bud. Hold on now. I'm just trying to give this a share through this.
Some nice day out there. Tell you that one.
Oh, my son.
Holy jumps.
Oh, man. Go out there. Have a clamber, have a grand falls, have a gander.
Yes, sir. Certainly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Nice day for some fights.
Oh, man.
I can't wait. Man. I gauge is we get
The W.
off him.
Oh yeah. Ferguson's gonna win. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Fergus is just a whole other animal. So, but yeah, beauty day. We got. How you feeling though?
Oh, I am hungover.
Right.
Woo! Oh man, listen, it's a miracle that I'm doing this right now.
Well, I knocked on your door.
Yeah, I know.
20 to 3. You alive in there? Yeah, what up?
What up?
What up?
No gang signs.
Oh man.
Oh, I am. I'm sicker than a small hospital here today.
Yeah, you're fit for the hospital. I'm fit for the mental.
Yeah. 2 mgs THC.
Yeah, 2 milligrams had an edible 2 milligrams with the Venus and back.
That's like the way that I put it in my mind when I'm like, no, you actually were like mad. You're like, what would I lie about that? I was like, why would I wasn't what like you had 2 milligrams of THC and you were just sitting there like. If Stephen Vanier is out there anywhere, you do not deserve the chirping that you get for being that.
No, he still deserves it. We both do. It just means that we both do.
Yeah.
Like, well, Stephen Vanier was hilarious because.
I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about that.
Yes, we are.
All right.
I'm just not swearing. Sure. Drinking and edibles and everything. Sure, that's legal. We only did legal activities.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Smoke weed, right? On a Friday night.
Yes, that's right.
That's the new culture now, man. Back in the day, you could, like, you had to you couldn't say on public forum that you're smoking weed, right? You can only say you're drinking, and it was completely acceptable. No, weed's like that,
Right.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Right. That's the way I look at it. I mean, we gotta say something. To be say something.
Yeah, that's right. If you're gonna say, something to me, say something.
Say something. Say it to my face. Say it behind my back. Oh man, I hate that. I felt that was going on last night, man, and I was just like, because I could just hear everything, and I was like, so in my head, and I was.
I have
like,
2 milligrams.
Yeah.
2 milligrams, like I just said to you, is one more than one.
You know, it's 1 milligram. Yeah, well, it's just barely more than that.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just barely more than 0. Holy hell!
I know. I was just like, there I was, man, just listening. And then I was thinking, and just like, man, I'm at a point, and I was just in my head, and I was on the couch, and I would zone right in. That's the only thing. See, that was great. When I was in the living room, we had the TV going. I was right in on whatever was on the TV.
Right.
And it didn't matter. Like, we were watching videos last night, music videos, that I could tell if I was sober, I wouldn't like this song.
Right.
Right? But because I was high on the edible, I was like, this song's amazing.
Yeah.
I was so into it. Like, there's a couple songs by Everlast.
Everlast, yeah.
Never heard before. And I was like, I can totally think. I feel where he was coming from when he wrote this. Like, this is what I was thinking while I'm watching it, right?
2 milligrams. Man, I looked over at you and you were just like. I never felt anything. I don't have a tolerance. It's not like I'm constantly smoking weed.
Yeah, but you were.
Like, I'll smoke weed and go for a hike, go for a bike ride or something like that.
You had a few beers. It's easier for it to blend in more, dude.
Yeah.
Right? I would think. Is it not? Like,
I
I'm
suppose.
stone sober. And then I ate that edible. So I think that's got a bit to do with it.
Yeah, well, like, Joey Diaz is eating 400 milligrams at once.
Rogan is smoking weed. It's like 40% THC, but that's it when they're monsters like they are, and they've been at it forever. I'm like a 12-year-old, man. I've only ever had edible twice in my life. That's the third time last night. And it's so far spaced out that there's no tolerance there. I had one night at an after party. And but he had a Aero Mint bar. And he goes, here, break out a block of that. I was like, oh, Zero Mint.
They are deadly.
And, yeah, and people were just like, still like, we were back, I was just eating Colin after parties back to a buddy's house, and half a dozen of us. And,
Who's that?
Okay, we got it first. Oh, yeah. So, hit us with your questions, folks. Do a little Q&A. I got one here from my girl, Shayla. She says, this is super random, but the guy in your video, does he work at Bell Light? He looks like a guy that used to come into Boston Pizza that worked there. Did you ever work at Bell Light?
Negative.
So there's another Tyler McDude.
But see, well, there is another Tyler McDonald. I think he's from CBS. But Man, people tell me all the time that I look like the guy that would show up in the people you may know section of Facebook.
Showing up at everyone's people you may know.
Yeah, right? Just like the generic, like, bro-y, like, oh yeah, he listens to Rogan, and he like, fucking, you know. I mean, there's my mulligan. I don't even know. Are we allowed? Probably not, eh?
Let's just refrain from doing too much of it. If we let it they didn't tell me I couldn't. So, you know, they asked me if I could do an hour of comedy. I was like, I can't, like, hour stand-up into a webcam. An hour stand-up in a live venue is hard enough, right? And I love it. But, especially, like, it's alright when you got, like, and that's hard enough when you got your jokes that are gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, that's
just trying to do an hour random. You know what I mean? And I'm not. And no, I'm not doing an hour proving bits into a webcam, and it's out there. Like I still gotta try to sell those in live events.
Exactly.
And then even them, I'm not doing them either because it's like there's no laughter. There's no. Oh my god! And there's people doing that. I think that looks so. But I said this. I'll do a podcast. Do like a rant, Q&A, whatever, and then I was like, actually have you in on it, do like a podcast, like a special charity podcast episode for the folks out there, and and then.
But yeah, there's definitely more than one Tyler McDonald kicking around. Because remember, I had that message from that dude, and he was like, "You think I wasn't gonna find out?" Like out of nowhere, remember?
That's worth reading out if you could find it. That is so funny. So Tyler gets a message from a random guy that wants to kick the crap out of him.
And I don't even know who he is, and I don't know who he's talking about.
Did he think you were banging his missus?
Yes.
Right, but he got the wrong Tyler McDonald. He got the wrong.
It wasn't me.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Yeah, like so, he out of nowhere. We were at Jack Astor's, remember? The days. The days. Let's see where he's to here. I forget his name. Well, I'm not gonna say it here, but I'm just trying to find. Oh, here it is. Found it. Man, there's so much to unpack this whole time. Starts off, don't have a clue who this guy is. He doesn't know me. He's mad at me. Yeah. But he starts off with, sup? Question mark. Like, what's up? Yeah. Did you really think she wouldn't tell me? I'm right next to her. You better steer clear of her. There'll be problems. And trust, in capital letters. I know a lot of people. And I'm just like sitting down. I'm like, boss, look at this message. Before I can respond, he goes, sorry, buddy. Wrong Tyler McDonald. And I go, haha. No problem, buddy. I'd probably flatten you anyways. And then I remember you're like no LOL or nothing law.
No LOL. That's what tripped me out because it was like you were coming back with beef right off the top. I was like, no, Tyler, text messaging etiquette.
I was just in the mood for it, right? Mess around with him, and then he's like, it's not me you got to worry about though. Ha 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 ha. But sorry about that, brother. I got the right one afterwards. I said, give him one for me, or get your buddies to, or whatever. Because he said he knows a lot of people. Like he wasn't gonna flatten me himself. His buddies were gonna flatten him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got this, buddy. I was like, yeah, well, I won't say that because it's giving away something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much all of that. Random guy that I don't know thinks that I was being intimate with his female partner, which I wasn't. I don't know who this guy is.
Man, that's so funny.
See, the things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis are hilarious.
Man, so the story that I got like that, closest story I got like that, and like, like this is me being an idiot now, pure idiot too. Like, but just whatever, being brazen, being a keyboard warrior is exactly what I was being. That's exactly. I was totally hard behind my
virtue
keyboard.
signaling.
And like, if in real life, like I would be the little bitch, and I would have gotten probably murdered. So there was this girl. This is back when I was first into town. I was at the Breezeway, and this blondie comes up to the table. It was like 4 or 5 of us. And what's funny about this is that I'm at this table. I don't know any of these guys. And somehow, like, I don't know. I got some people laughing or whatever, just like at a bar, whatever, just like, just shooting shit and like, man, you should have beer with us, whatever. Go over there. So we're all laughing, getting to know one another. Everyone's in their young 20s. Everyone's from like different parts of New Island, whatever. But there's a few hands there from Grand Falls. Anyways, this blind missy comes over, and I can't remember how it was going. So I think she started hitting on one fella, but by the end of it, I had her charm, and then she was all she's all over me, and then she gets a permanent marker, and writes her name the length of my forearm on my arm, and she's like, add me on Facebook, and then she wrote her number on my other arm, right? And like here I was, man, just not long moved into town, horny as old Jesus too. And anyways, I was very excited, right? So anyways, I get hitting her up on Facebook, and then we get flirting and shit. I'm like just trying to get hang out with her, in the following week or whatever, right? Gets a message from her boyfriend, right? Her boyfriend, he was in lockup for something, and I think he was on house arrest now. And like this guy has been in and out of trouble with the law since he was a teenager, like in Whitburn boys' home and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's just hard case, hey.
Yeah.
And
Hard case, hey.
Anyways, so I'm in St. John's. He's in Grand Falls, and I know he's on house arrest. So I'm like, I got nothing to worry about. So I start chirping.
He won't break his probation at all to kill me. So I start chirping. There's so much to unpack there. Colin's just like, this guy. Yeah, like there's like an electronic field that prevents him from leaving his house, right?
I'm like, because I'm like, man, he leaves that house, the brakes is gonna go off, the cops are all gonna be like behind me, be like, what up?
Yeah, your hype crew.
Right? And yeah, and it's just like he's like, yeah, he goes, I go, yeah, right on, man. I said, he said, he went on with something, whatever the hell he was saying, and he's like, hey, you better stop talking to her. I was like, man, I said, she never said a word about you. I said, she hit all over me, man. She said she's writing her name on my arm and stuff, man. I didn't touch her. She was the one who was all over me. And I was like, so maybe that might be something that
Put a leash on your girl.
Yeah, maybe that might be something you want to look to. And I was just like,
Might be something you might want to look. Like when you get some free time, all the time because you're on house arrest.
And then he was like, on a liquor toe, man, or something. He was like, he's like, if I ever see you, you're gonna break your neck, blah blah. I was like, yes. I said, if you're Rusted Out Cavalier from Jamaica, from Grand Falls, St. John's, come on in, what's up? I said, your car, I said, your car that you don't even own probably won't even start.
Yeah. I'm Colin Hollett, and I don't care who I gets mad. Double shoulder check.
Yeah, like this guy, like, someone's hard as hell when they're like 19, 20, they're already half their body's already full of tattoos.
Guy means business.
Right? In that home. And, oh
In that home. Man, that's funny. Like that, what you're saying there, you're just making me think back, like, because we had a few people back in the day, like in high school, that, you know what I mean? Like you'd hear, like, man, they're out with Whitburn, man. And we'd be like, Jesus, like they're basically in prison already.
Yeah.
Like they're like 15 and in prison.
It's like prison for teenagers.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple of them will come back and tell stories, like just about like the people that like work there and like how strict it is. And it's almost like, I remember thinking back then, I remember being like, man, this ain't any good. Like this isn't doing anyone any good. Because like they're just going out there and getting treated like absolute dirt. And then not like being in school, because they'd be out there like the whole school year, doing school out there probably, I guess. But learning how to do push-ups in a cell, like, nah, it's probably, I don't know what it's like out there, but
well, here's the thing, we don't know what it's like because been in it.
Because we were.
But when you're a teenager, that's the image you have in your head. He's gone to the boys' home.
Something up with your mic. Can't hear Colin.
My mic?
Well, you got first of all, you got to talk into it, right? See where my mouth is.
Yeah, but my mic is like really sensitive. That's kind of the reason why. Like, and I've noticed on other episodes, like I'm still trying to get this thing down, man. Like, and the thing is, my voice goes. I'm in at volumes and ranges. So hold on, my mic. All right, well, hold on, I'm glad someone said it though.
Yeah. Shout out Corey Miller.
No, somebody said, test 1, 2. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, wait, no, what's yours like? Would yours maybe? No, I cranked yours a bit because I had it cranked up from when I was doing the
Sound check.
the thingy for the benefit last night.
Oh, right.
So I was getting the audio was coming from that mic and I had it cranked up. But yeah.
Yeah.
How do I sound now? Do I sound good, folks?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I don't know if Corey stuck around for the quality control or what.
Let me just check that out real quick, and I'll see what's going on.
Well, look at Tash though. If she hears this, she's what is it? Up the shore. UTS. How's UTS activities going today, dear?
Ask you some questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, but I remember, I remember being right sketched out over that. Like, cause then he got out. Then he was in St. John's, and like he was like, I'm in St. John's.
Really? Like he kept messaging it like over days, or is this?
Yeah, it was like he ended up messaging me a couple weeks later, being like, I'm in town. If I see you around, you're dead. Blah blah. And I was just, and I wrote back, grow up.
If I see you around, buddy, we do not hang out in the same circles.
Still can't hear you. Other guys a lot louder. What? How? Wait now. All right. How about no? No, that's too loud. Hold on. Yeah. So well, it's showing, right? You're seeing that? It's showing like the levels. Man, you should be able to hear me, right?
I mean, carrying that over there.
Still can't hear you. Other guy is a lot louder. Gee. 1, 2, 3, 4. And time will head home. His own fiddler's green. That's why I wasn't singing last night. Bring them on camera. Okay. It was saying Damien Follett watching. By the way, killed it last night playing my favorite song.
Yeah.
No Place Like Home.
Move away. Yeah. Sick song.
It is a great song, and man, watching it live though, I've always and I told he says you got it now, and I told Damien too. Like Damien's so incredible live, like one of the best acts live in this province.
Well,
That's a fact.
The energy that he brings is crowd work, not crowd work. But it's like, you know what I mean. Eye contact, like there's a word for what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and he doesn't take breaks.
Stage presence, yeah.
He doesn't even take breaks, man. Energy through the roof.
Yeah.
And I love it. And that one, Hey God, and what's the other one? He's got 3 that I love that are his.
Yeah.
That's how you know, man, like legit too, because like these bars in town, they don't want you playing originals, they want you playing covers, but they let him play a few originals because they're that good.
Of course.
Right? That's testament how good it is, obviously.
Oh man, it's like probably one of my favorites. The other one.
Jersey. It's gonna come to me. It's in my head. It's in my head. I just can't name it. Like I can hear the song in my head.
Right.
Goodbye.
Rocky and roll, man.
Novak, so yeah. But anyways, man, I had this one girl I matched up with on Tinder there a while back, and then when I met up with her, she was in a wheelchair. It freaked me right out.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What? How have I not heard about that?
Because it's not true. I just made it up, trying to get your attention.
No,
I know. I was just not your attention. Pretty much people watching. Just trying to. I was just trying to throw a boomerang at the camera.
Goodbye, Jersey.
Goodbye, Jersey. That's what. Is that what it is?
One human race.
Goodbye, Jersey. Yeah, it's Goodbye, Jersey. That's what I said. Jersey, and then I said goodbye. So yeah, Goodbye, Jersey. I love that song.
Oh, he does a good version of Christmas Time in St. John's too.
Yes.
And like I remember I used to like that song even back when I was a J-Dub.
Jesus Christ, I got nothing on that. My thing is screwed, hey? Like,
yeah, I know.
It doesn't work like half the time.
Yeah, I don't even ask you for a drag off it because it's too annoying.
It is annoying as old sin. No second chances.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's yeah. You know what I was doing when I had this? The reason I was getting so mixed up, I had both songs in my head, like different parts of it. I love No Second Chances.
No Second Chances.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
Oh, it's killer. Great work last night, Dane, by the way. I was so glad when you played that song, man. That was killer. That was so good. Man, it was so crazy last night, the talent. That was nuts, man. Drina Harvey's insane.
Oh, man. I've been a big fan of her, like, from afar, like, on Facebook for a while now.
Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing every time she's live, like, I recognize her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that was her name, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, I didn't know that was her name. Like, I didn't know the name of the band. But
Yeah.
every time I saw her, I was like, oh, this chick is sick.
It was actually peppered well, too, right? Because Maureen Ennis opened it up. No, Shannigan opened it up.
Yeah.
And then that was a great way to open it up with Bud Davidge. And then Maureen with, like her sweetness and just beautiful tone and everything. And then back to Damien. Right? Because Damien always gets you engaged and energized, and like it's just so awesome.
Yeah.
To hear Damien, and I was like, I found, I don't know if it was all about design or not, but I actually found it peppered well like that. Right. Like in and out. Like it was down low. Like, you know what I mean? It was a good this to it.
Yeah, Lex just said that Christmas Time in St. John's is Damien's song, and I didn't even know that.
I didn't either.
That's amazing. So he's got 4 or 5 now.
5 that are killer.
That
are like known.
Yeah,
like really well known. Yeah, that's awesome, and nobody can play him or sing him like him too. That's huge.
Oh yeah,
right. You know who's amazing at playing other people's covers though, and other is Freddie, and I wish he got on last night. Freddie Jorgensen.
He's too punk rock. He's like, I don't want to do that, man. That's kind of what I like about him. Like, I'm glad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His defiance sometimes is like what I like about him.
Yeah. Well, he was in his home last night. He couldn't get out.
Oh, okay.
That was I think a part of it too. That was like he never had the gear. Because he hasn't been doing any live streams, right? And because you don't have the gear to do it.
Right.
And he's stuck in his bubble. And, and so you can only have a double bubble. And so,
right.
So it's just like, it's whatever. But, yeah. But, like, his version of Rhythm of the Goat. Like, I thought that, like he wrote it. Because when I went to, when I was doing my comedy album, I wanted that as, like, my opening song to the comedy album. And, that I didn't ever release afterwards because the audio got messed up, and it kills me. It breaks my heart. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't. But I went to them and be like, hey guys, can I use this song in my comedy special album, right? And they're like, yeah, but you can't. You got to ask this other guy because he's the one who actually wrote the song. Like ours just a cover. And I was like, what? And like and you hear the original song and it's good, but you see what Freddie did to it. He completely made a completely different song.
Oh man. When it's like those in the town,
he makes it a banger, man.
Oh man, like that song gets me amped. Sure, they plays it at like every sporting event here. Like I'm pretty sure the Growlers play that. Like that's like one like when they're taking the ice and warm up, or when they're coming out when the game's starting. Like it's got that like dum 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 dum. It's almost like got like a war beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you ready for like,
oh man,
right, somebody hit somebody.
This is what we pray for.
Just makes me want to fight and warm up.
Oh man, I like to see that side of a UFC event.
Yeah.
Oh, see now, listen, Gavin Tucker is in the UFC, and he should make his walk to that song.
Yeah.
That would be a great cage song though to walk up to. right? Come around the Newfie flag, come to the Republic one too, right?
Yeah.
Right? Was it?
Heartily day of the Republic. I like it back in the day when we were in the Confederation.
Yeah, from Ship Cove, 60 people. He there tapping the face off people.
Oh, man.
Tuning them right off.
He's one of the nicest guys I ever met, man.
Yeah, I went to junior high with him.
No way.
Yeah, he used to be jumping shopping carts in a mall parking lot. He was always nuts.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There's some funny to being around the bay, man, for fun. Like, while you grew up in town, see,
shopping carts. Man, he used to be out jump shopping carts in the parking lot. And then when we grew up, then we all got sunflowers and we used to do donuts in the mall parking lot.
Well, yeah. People used to see, like, we're kind of... And I was too big of a pussy to ever be able to. I used to have sunflower, and what I used to do is I just used to crank the wheel like as far as I could, and just push the gas and just do like these big circles just for the laugh. Because people would, because people would go out and maybe someone would actually have like a car bit of balls and could actually do like a proper donut. Loose. Smoke would be up everywhere, right? And then so like because it's so weird, like such a weird
Father's Malibu or
like,
something.
like such a weird way to flex, right? like people like so everyone's back there, right? And the parking lot is it's pretty big. Some people are parked over there, put here, other than not everyone's always parked together in one group, right? It could be 4 or 5 groups scattered through the parking lot.
Yeah.
So somebody just drives out in the center of the parking lot, puts on like a show for everyone, draws back, and be like. Babe and sniff.
And this Bay history lesson is, I'm loving this. So what it does is everyone takes turns going out and doing their little flex, their little
right.
Jeez, he must got the cold air intake put on that sunflower. Right? My son, there got to be a flow master on that one.
That's the new rims, man. Rims makes her go faster.
Right?
He can
go faster's on.
They're lighter, right? He takes a bit of weight off, man. Those ones.
You know what I noticed, like from my time around the Bay, is anytime there's like say you're like in between communities, like for example, like down through Hare Bay and Centerville, and then it's like then it's like Indian Bay, and then like there's like New West Valley and Lumsden. Like there's all these communities like tied together, so you can just drive up and down the shore, right? Like, and anytime there was a hill. And I was always wondering, like, why there was these black streaks up on a hill going up the hill, right?
Yeah.
And that was how they used to get the car to break loose. Was like almost like using gravity. So they had to put the car in neutral and like have her go backwards and then slam her into drive and then go up the hill, right? Because then I ended up being with a guy that was doing it. He used to shift his automatic like a manual. 1, 2, 3, drive.
Yeah, I know people like it's so funny. Sure, there's a place I'm not going to say the name of the town just cause there's half the town, but they're famous for it. they're famous for doing this. And there's a town around the bay, bought by a brand new rig, right? And like beautiful rigs too, right? And then a year or two later, wants a new one, or just they're tired of that one, or can't afford to keep up the maintenance, or can't afford to keep up the payments, or they lost a job, whatever. And this town is famous for it. There's a hill, and they put it up top of the hill. Let's go to break. Just lets her go down the hill out into the ocean, and then it claims insurance by brake malfunction or something. And they get insurance for it all the time.
Wicked.
And they're known for it. And then you see him running a new rig. How do you get that insurance money? Like.
Jeez. Come on, but the scams. Let's go.
Oh, man. It's just like, man, oh, man, right? It's like, that's why our insurance is so high here, you fucking...
Yeah, exactly. There's like 18 brand new GMC Sierras out in the water out there.
Oh, man. Well, it's, at least it's out of the environment, right?
A few Cobalt SSs.
Well, it's not out of the environment. It's just into another environment. No, it's beyond the environment. Remember that last night?
Yeah, exactly.
The front fell off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's that bit there. Yeah, put it in the
A little
jeans.
sketch.
Yeah, anyone who's looking for a good laugh after this, put in the front fell off on YouTube. It's only 2 minutes, but great sketch.
Well, because the front fell off.
But the front fell off. Well, cardboard is out of it, no paper. I'm just part of me as I look at my phone just to see if there's any. Yeah, but no, man. I'm. What's to get your like funny Tinder story or something?
Me.
Yeah, I was thinking about coming. I was thinking about doing. I gotta think of some and just or some funny dating stuff. and just like to share, because I think those stories always crack me up, and like I think people always enjoy hearing them.
Yeah,
because like everyone can relate to like a funny messed up dating story. You know what I mean?
I got one that my buddy told me once, and it hasn't left me. He was chatting with this girl for a while on Tinder, and I don't know, decided they were gonna meet up. So they're like, all right, where do you want to go? And he was like, he's pretty like I don't know, he's like with it, like I guess he's a bit of a foodie, so he was like thinking like maybe Adelaide or like Blue, have a couple appies, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
She's like, and she's just like a gorgeous girl, right? And she just goes, how about City Light Buffet? I'm dying for feet of Chinese. I saw the text messages too, and I was like, I died laughing, right? Because I mean, like, whatever, I like a good feed of buffet, right? Like, but like, if you're going out, like, it's not like first on my list. Come on, like, I feel embarrassed to suggest that. You know what I mean? And then
after that, I'll come buy something nice at Piper's.
Yeah, exactly, right? Little. Yeah, so anyways.
I actually do like City Light Buffet. That's the funny thing. I love their stuffed mushrooms.
Excellent choice. You'd be like, oh, Jesus, yes. Your car screech outside her door. Get in. Chinese. So anyway, so he goes, all right, whatever. Like, that's perfect. And he's not into it, but he just goes anyway, right? But like, he goes in, and so like, there is. He said to me, he was like, man, I haven't been there forever. He's like, there was quite a selection, which there is, right?
There is.
At that buffet, there is. So he's walking around, and he's like, you know, picking out like this great plate of everything, right? Anyways, they meet back at the table, and he sets his plate down, and she comes over with her plate. All she has is a big pile of meatballs, of Swedish meatballs. Nothing else. He thought she was punking him. He thought she was being like funny. Like, yeah, like no rice, no nothing. Just a plate of Swedish meatballs. No egg roll, no wonton soup, no nothing. He couldn't get out of it. It was like an episode of Seinfeld. He couldn't get it out of his head. He was just like looking over. Like, who asked to go to a buffet and only gets one thing?
She comes in.
What kind of psychopath? Like, this is your choice.
It's like I really want to go shopping at the mall, and you just go to one store.
I'm gone.
Buys everything.
I got everything I came for. Let's go.
I want to go on a shopping spree at the mall. Goes in one store, does it all there, goes out again. She, it's just so she came in from Red Bay. Was your buddy a tardy?
Yeah.
And then she just gets a feed of meatballs.
Just meatballs. A pile of them, too.
She definitely grew up loving those green can Fraser Farm meatballs, for sure. And she sat there and she's like, meatballs! Like, because we grow up on them Red Bay, man. Them green cans. Well, you got one there for meatballs and gravy. My God, how much of that did I eat?
Oh, they're amazing. I never had them. My mother would never buy that, right? But like, I remember when my buddies, you met Jordan. Yeah. God help you get your snowblower back in your truck.
I forgot about that. All right. So for anyone who doesn't know about that, so I bought a snowblower in the winter, and then I was at Costco and I gassed up the truck, and then I was like, well, while I'm here, put a bit of gas in the snowblower, right? So like, right, and I don't think I had the jerry can with me, so I go, I jump up onto the to the box of the truck. And with the nozzle, just put it into the snowblower. Just put like $2 or $3. Doesn't take much or the gas, right? Into the snowblower. Boom, jumps back down, puts nozzle up, puts the nozzle in, takes the receipt, goes on. Next thing I know, is an under my fucking tolls. I just passed the lights of tolls there, actually, and Buddy's behind me, and I'm freaking out, right? And he's like, "Your snowblower's gone!" Right? I was like, because when I jumped out of the box, I forgot to put the tailgate up. So when I was going down, so luckily,
and a snowblower has wheels.
Oh man! So lucky it was all downhill. So it was only shortly after it fell out I found out. But then and the chute was cracked right off it, And here was snowblower in the middle of the intersection there by Wendy's and Tolls there. Oh my god, man!
So you call me?
Yeah. So I had to wheel it to the side, and then like traffic was nuts because it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
So it's busy, and
No pandemic.
yeah, no pandemic Christmas, and then so then I had to put the truck up like half on the sidewalk. The wheels were still slightly on the road, but you could technically still squeeze by in that lane. Yeah, called you and be like, man,
where are you?
Because I never had the ramp with me. Because the ramp was here at the house.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm at Luke's, what's going on? And you're like, man, snowboard just fell out of the box of truck. I'm over here by like the old bowling alley and like Don Cherry's and everything over here. I was like, all right, well, just stay right there. Give me 1 second. Call my buddy Jordan, lives in Southlands. What are you at? Oh, just finishing shoveling the driveway. All right, Colin, you know Colin? Yeah, you met Colin before? Yeah, his snowboard just fell out of the box of truck. He's like, all right, tell him over there in 5 minutes. And I told you to stay where you are. Calls you back. Where are you going? Oh, I'm on the highway now, going towards town. I was like, I told you to stay where you are. You're like, yeah, but I didn't know, man. Like, I just made a decision.
yeah, because I thought he wouldn't come in.
Calls him back. I said, what's going on? Where are you to? He goes, well, I'm here, and I see a snowblower in the middle of the road, but I don't see Colin.
And then he came, man, and then and I put her back there, and then we just lift her up, put her in the box, went on. Oh man, I remember. Oh, just like you see in a movie or something when someone's in a car alone, and it's just that they got that the camera, and it's just silence, and the movie just lets it build, and then it just snaps, and it's just that loud, insane, like the highest octave of like losing. That was me in the truck. Truck started fogging up for me yelling, just cursing my head off because I'm like, I just bought it like a week ago, and I was like, that's gonna be ruined now, and I was like, oh, ruined. R-U-I-N-T, ruined. Oh man, like what an idiot! I'm so dumb. I'm so reckless. I'm so with so many things I do.
No, you're thinking about you're thinking about 18 different things
all the time.
Just like, oh, what if this happens? Oh, what if I gotta do this? And then I gotta do this. I said I gotta do this, and then I'm doing this, and then you just you spin yourself so far forward that like you're just forgetting to do
but not
stuff.
even so like yeah. Not even so much like, well, if this happens, then I got to do this, and if that happens, I got to do that. I've gotten really good actually with bringing that down. But where I'm bad is just like I'll have like 10 completely different things on my mind. Like yesterday, for example, Robert King, shout out Robert King, that's putting this whole thing together. But 10 times yesterday, I said, all right, I got to write him. I was sweeping. I was like, as soon as I sweeps up this down the dustpan and puts it in his garbage, I'm gonna write him. And by the time I'd had that in there, like that was like completely gone. And like 20 minutes later, it hit me like, right. I didn't. Gee, how did I forget that?
Right.
Like I had to write him. I'm like, all right, I'll just sweep up this pile and then do it, or I'll just hang up the shirt and then I'll do it. And then like honestly, within like 15 seconds after hanging the shirt up, it's completely gone from my mind, and it's like I completely forgot I even had that thought until something hits me to remind me again. It keeps coming back to me. Like I'm like it's the ADD like that.
Right.
It's frightening. It's actually frightening. It scares me because I'm getting way worse with it.
Get under its spot.
I was never this bad, and I counted to a few things, but the last couple of years, like my brain don't work like it used to.
Early
like
onset Alzheimer's, but that's what you got.
oh man, like it's insane. It's insane, but it's crazy. Like when you be absent-minded.
Pasta.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I'm on a podcast.
What up?
Yeah, I'm on a podcast right now.
Shout out Costa, good friend of the show.
What'd you say? That's very unprofessional of you to answer the phone. I'll call you back. All right. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, what's Costa saying?
I don't know. He didn't say what he wanted to say. I'll call you back.
Oh okay.
I knows what I'm getting after this too, because I am hungover, and I'm either gonna make those meatballs and shoestring fries and a bit of cheese over.
Well, now's the time to do it when you're hungover, because you can't have it sober. Because I went and did it because I did it through the summer. I got the craving for it, and because I'd never had it since I was in high school. No, that's a lie. I had it like a couple times when I first moved in town, like 12 years ago. So it's been over 10 years since I had it, and I was like, I'm getting it, man. Because I seen like a Cape Shore meme or something. It was like if you never had this, did you even grow up in Newfoundland?
Yeah.
Or something, right? And I just got that was it. Boom in my head. I'm so impulsive like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm getting it. And I went up to Sobeys and I bought a bag of shoestring fries or no crinkle cut, and I bought canned meatballs and gravy and cheese, and I shredded the cheese up. And I had it, and I couldn't even finish a plate of it, man. It was just like, I was like, oh, so this isn't how I remember it. I was like, this is actually gross. After eating well, after eating good for a while, and then having that was just, it was gross. But I would think hungover would be amazing.
So, I mean, I'm in between. I want to get Chesses is what I want to get.
Yes, or one of the sponsors of the show today, Ziggy Pillgoods.
Well, absolutely. It's only in Churchill Square right there.
Yeah, it's only right there, and it's the ultimate hangover food. That's why it's on George Street.
I'm on board.
Right there. Yeah, so right now, for anyone who's wondering, you can. There's an auction for a Ron Hines print. Legend. Got a statue. That's how you know he's a legend. Hey, losers don't get statues. Ziggy's gift certificate, $50.
50 big ones, eh?
Yeah. So you put in a silent auction. You bid $45 on that. You get a gift certificate for $5. So you're making money and you're helping the kids.
You get $50 worth of food for $45. $25, $40.
Oh man, I love that story.
We can't tell that.
I can't tell that. I'll give it $35, $40. All right. I'll tell that one on a different episode. And Figgy, Duff, Dory, Tukes. I'm telling you, that's in. The white girls are going to love that.
Oh, man.
And kids board games. So, if you're looking to play some kids games with your kids, but can't get out to the place that sells board games and don't want to buy it on Amazon, put it in an auction and you can win some kid board games.
Do we know what they are?
I don't. I'm sure they're on the page here though. But also, Robert asked where are we from in Newfoundland, and I am from Bjorn Bay, Newfoundland, and Mr. Tyler McDonald is from the Pearl of the Mount.
Well, see, that's not entirely correct either.
No?
I'm from Center City. Like, all my family are from, like the pond area, like Mundy Pond. But my mom dragged me out of the pond growing up and brought me out in the suburbs. Out just so I could grow up poor around rich people.
No rich people in Mount Pearl. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'll never forget when we moved, where we moved. I was like, we're in the basement of like 63 Murley Drive. And there was like, when you know how everything seems bigger when you're younger?
Yep.
And then when you see something when you're growing up, you're like, geez. It's almost like car rides. Like it seems like it takes 12 hours to get to Corner Brook, or it takes 24 hours to get to Corner Brook. And then you're like, geez, 8 hours, 8, 9 hours, that's not bad. Like it flies when you're an adult.
Yeah.
The concept of time almost.
Yeah.
But I remember getting out of the car and there was like a couple houses in particular on that cul-de-sac. And it was like, it could have been friggin' ravens circling the top of them. You know what I mean? It was like, Arr! I was just like, this is a shack.
Yeah.
Like it was like one of the first couple houses they built on that cul-de-sac, and they just like took up like 2 lots, and like they were just giant. You know what I mean?
Man, would that be? I guess that road that Dominion's on, that long road, and turns into Waterford Bridge Road, like that long Old Placentia Road. So off Old Placentia Road, you go in. There's a bunch of monster homes in there.
Yeah, well that's where like Westminster is where I was basically.
Yeah,
and then. On the other side of the road, just down a little bit, is Admiralty Wood, and that's where all like that was. Man, it's crazy to think that those houses are like 40 years old now, because they were there when I moved there when I was like 6.
See, the nice thing about that though, you go to those homes, you go to older homes, and they're there and they're renovating this and that. We get an older house around the bay. You go there, boards across the windows, not there anymore. Right. It's a completely different feel around the bay, man. It's weird when you first move away when you're bayman, and then you're away, and you keep coming back, and even just like in that 2 to 3 years of living in town, you see the difference of your town since you moved away.
Right.
You can just see how it's just shrinking.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling, but that town just keeps blowing up, right? Like Paradise. Paradise was one of the biggest growing towns. It grew so fast that it was one of the fastest growing towns in Canada. Didn't even have a proper grocery store or fire department. How's one of the fastest growing towns in Canada don't have a fire department?
like
That's how fast it grew.
Yeah, like they didn't have the infrastructure. Well, remember the way it used to be, like that. Like it was like just one lane coming, one lane going around Octagon Pond. They had to scrap that.
Yeah,
it was like you're on the 401.
Yeah,
trying to get home.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. Yeah, I think I gotta get that fixed. Widen that out a bit because that was a nightmare.
Reamed it right out.
Trying to get in and out of that. Reamed it right out. Oh, that's too funny. Reamed her right out, they did. Reamed her.
Yeah. Oh, she's flowing good now.
I remember we were in trade school. They used to say, after you drilled a hole, you had to ream her. Boys couldn't be more could be no maturity. There's no maturity in trade school, man. I can tell you right now.
Oh, no.
Like I went to trade school, and a lot of smart people go to trade school. A lot of very successful people, a lot of wealthy people. I know a lot of millionaires went to trade school, get a trade, open up their own business. Their business flourishes, and you got people under them that are millionaires.
Yeah.
I mean, very smart people also go to trade school.
Yeah.
But mature people don't go to trade school.
No.
Like it's in my time. Like I remember we had like 2 mature people in our class, and we had like 25, 30 people in our class, and there was a couple mature ones, and everyone hated them.
The rest was lunatics.
Right? Because everyone else is just like
everyone hated those studious people.
It was like you're doing a trade, boy. No, right? Man,
he takes it serious, man. Some idiot.
Oh, that's the thing with the trades world is like, isn't it funny how I worked at oil sands in Alberta, and I worked at residential and commercial work here, and it's like everyone is funny. And everyone's got a way about them, and it's just shooting shit the whole day and carrying on this and that.
Yeah.
And you have a minute of serious. All right, here what you do. You're gonna do this, do that. Okay, make sure you put this there, that there, this and that. You got it. You got it. I'd be like, yeah, I got it. And then right away it's like, all right, you loser, go on. Like it's right back to just like whatever. But I remember I had one guy I was working with, and his name was Donnie, and to this day, one of the funniest people ever. He was from Monday Pond area, I believe, actually. Oh, he was so hard, man. He was so hard, but he was such a good worker and smart with electrical.
Yeah.
But he's always going on, always. And and he was like lanky, and just like his body movements, his body language was funny. Like everything about him was funny. And he told a story one time where we were working, and we're the new house. Like it's all just studs. It's like a new home construction, right? And we're roughing it electric. It's only us. There's only electricians in the house, right? There's no other trades or anything in the house. So whenever you get a situation like that, it's just everything like just get your work done with no seriousness. Just get only as serious as make sure you do it right. And other than that is, and he was telling about being on acid. I started being on acid. I'll never do like out of nowhere either, man. I'll never do acid again, man. I'll tell you that. Like where's that coming from, Donnie? Right? And
it's coming from acid.
And he was talking about he was in Mount Pearl one time on acid. And there was a lot of street lights and traffic lights around. And he was right amazed by the lights. And he was looking up at the lights. And then he said he felt like he was floating a bit, right? And then he kind of like looked down a bit from as he panned his vision down. His legs were running down the road away from him. He watched his legs
run away without his torso.
And he acted it out like the way he did it.
Yeah.
And this, we're trying to work, right? I fucking falls out. I got sawdust all over me. I was in the floor, crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Puffy, they called me. That was a nickname to put on me. It was Puffy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I have my driver's license. Cause see,
Puffy, because I had my driver's license, right? Ah, yes.
no, but I have a driver's license, and I was only 21 at the time. And you got to update your driver's license every 4 to 5 years, I think it is, your photo. So I still had my driver's license photo from when I was 17, when I was, oh man, I was some fat.
Obese.
Round. I was round. I was
That was them bologna and hash browns and cheese nights for you.
Oh man, you know it's like when you do like little oh yeah, and it's like when you do the little characters when you draw them like those just the circles. You know you do like a circle for the face, a circle for the body, like little sticks for legs. You know, you're just trying to draw people right quick.
Yeah.
That's how I looked. I had a circle, I had a round face, head, and I had a big old circle round body. I was just so fat, and there was no muscle, and there was no facial hair. There was just, I was late hitting puberty and everything. It was just like, it was brutal, man. And it was just like...
What you're saying is you had a lot going for you.
I had a lot going for me. I was the pussy magnet, as they say.
That's so funny.
And so I just went and I remember I ended up showing the boss my driver's license one day on site. And everyone started, because the thing was that after high school, I got turned down by a girl, and then I was like, screw this, and I ran out my door like 2 o'clock in the morning after I asked her on MSN Messenger, and I went out and had an asthma attack in the middle of the night down Buren Bay. Had to sit on a guardrail to get my breath back an hour later, but couldn't even walk home. I thought I was going to die on the guardrail.
Set of lungs like an Electrolux bag. Dusty.
Anyway, so I got in wicked shape. I dropped 55 pounds. I was going to the gym, and I was jogging a lot, I was playing tennis, I got wicked. Then I moved to town, and I was some of the leanest I ever was. And I was in good shape, right?
Yeah.
So then when I showed my driver's license and I still had that fat face from me when I was in high school, they're like, oh, they did a point and laugh, obnoxious point and laugh. They're like, Puffy, look, Puffy. And then that was it then. For the rest of the time I worked there, it was never like, they never like, Colin, do you got this done? Colin, can you run a wire from this room to that room? Colin, can you go out and drill a hole here? It was, Puffy, we need you down here now to drill a hole in this thing. Right? It was just like, everybody was Puffy.
Nickname stick.
Yeah. And then, and it's so funny. I actually bumped into Donnie in the mall parking lot there about 2 years ago. And he lit right up. He's like, it's good to see you. And he goes, Puffy. He's like, yeah. He said, man, you after taking off, man. Like, he said, what? Like, he said, I've seen how you, because I wasn't even doing stand-up comedy then, right?
Right.
He said, it's crazy to see that you quit the electrical and went to comedy and what you've done. He said, been following you the whole time, man.
That's burnt.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool, man. I appreciate that.
There's something, that is, like, quit something that's, like almost like a short career. But you're better suited at where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Than roughing in houses, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're great at it. Probably great.
No, well, I was okay. I was actually okay. Like, I did side jobs. Like, I wired homes all by myself. I just wasn't, but the thing was, I was also new. I didn't grow up with a dad who was an electrician.
Yeah.
And, like a handyman type. So I didn't grow up with tools in my hand.
Yeah.
So I was always like, I was a bit slower.
Yeah, you were catching up.
I was catching up to everyone else, right? But like, I knew what I was at, and I knew, okay, these wires got to run here, and these plugs go here, and I could do good quality work. Also, but I was definitely slower than
Twisting a few Moretz.
than the average person, and just because but they gotta understand some of these people were at it like. I used to hate that too, man. Oh my God, when a journeyman, just some crusty journeyman hates his life, hates his job, been at it 20 odd years.
Yeah.
But that's when he's been at it officially. Probably been at it 40 odd years. And here you are, fresh out of school. You're out of school about 3 weeks, and then I remember one day I heard a foreman being like, "You gotta get this guy off my fucking hands, man. Like, like he's in my way more, and he's helping me out and everything too." I remember one day he's like, "You're still at that?" And I was like, "Still at that, man? You just asked me. I just started it a minute ago. He's like, I'll have 5 of them done by now. I'm like, I suppose you would. You've been at 40 years, man.
Yeah, it's a big it's a big on job sites like that. It's like a big Johnson measuring. Contest.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And it's like,
yeah,
but those people are the worst, like in any job.
Oh,
man,
they're the
like
worst,
if someone
man.
hates their job, like go, like would you just shut up, by? Like we're all trying to hit, we're all trying to get by.
Yeah, it's like that's the one thing you got going for you is that you're fast at this thing that nobody cares about. Like, you know what I
mean? Nobody cares about. Right? What is it they says? Plumbers. My favorite line when I used to be working, on construction sites. It's like, yes, but you're a plumber. So you only need to know 3 things. Well, payday's Friday. Don't lick your fingers, and shit runs downhill. I used to love that, right?
Yeah.
The chirps like between trades.
Yeah.
That's a good because when you got a good like bunch of like a good crew. Be hilarious.
Yeah,
because I used to do hardwood stairs, and like I did that for like almost a year, right? And going in on installs, like the house is on a bit, so we used to run into like plasters and painters a lot.
Yeah,
which I don't know if you know anything about them. They are burnouts. So like anyone I've ever known is just like a complete burnout.
Yeah.
Deadly person.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Always.
Just like one too many paint fumes plus marijuana. Like it was sick. Right? Those people are nuts. So we used to run into them a lot. So it would be like, it would just be us laughing at them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember, it's so funny you say that. I forgot about how funny they were. But some of the funniest people I ever met were painters, plasters.
Yeah.
And they were different level of, they were different level of wiry.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah.
Because you had to be, I don't know what, you probably got to, I suppose it's like anything. You got to be fast to make money.
Yeah.
But they're just like, I used to marvel at the way they used to like, put up drywall.
Man, I remember.
Like one arm, like, and then next thing you know, they got the whole thing, they're mud and like, and they're just. I
know. I remember I was, again, funny enough, Mount Pearl, we did that whole new subdivision. Is it Mount Carson? Is that what it's called? Mount Carson? It's Mount Carson. Yeah. Well, yeah, where you come, so you turn by Avalon Ford there, and then you go down that hill down to Tops of Road. Mm-hmm. That hill where you're going down towards the big lights at Tops of Road.
Yeah.
When you go down that hill on the right hand side, all them new houses in there. So we were wiring all those houses in there, and I remember, I'll never forget the day that I saw this guy. Man, he was just like he was like small and jacked all at the same time. Is the only way of saying it. He's almost like, imagine if Liam, he's taller than Liam, but you know how like lean Liam is.
Yeah.
So imagine you put 10 pounds of muscle on Liam.
Yeah.
Right, because he's like he'd look
little pit bull.
Yeah. Right. So it was like that. He was just so leaned out, and his okay, yeah, our time is up, pronounced us deadly, but I remember he was leaned right, and I remember just the way he'd take the jib, and he was lifting stuff like, man, like some people want to be, and he was lifting all by himself, holding it,
yeah,
like, and he was so, he cut jib rock, measured, he wouldn't measure anything twice, he'd measure it once, cut it, boom, spot on, spot on, and the first measure, first cut, and I remember one time I went upstairs, I put like half a dozen plugs up in a bedroom, I came back down, and he had like a whole room gyprocked. When I went upstairs, it was all studs.
Yeah.
And then he had the whole room with walls now. By himself. I was like, what? Insane.
Especially like something like that's to us. Like I can do drywall.
Yeah.
But like, I'm slow. In order for it to be good, I gotta be slow. Really slow.
Says that about a lot of things. Anyways.
As slow as you can go?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for cluing in. That's our special episode here for charity. Do what you can. Donate to an auction. I'm sure there's a donate button somewhere else. If not, if you're not interested in buying any things that are up for auction, lots of things going on. Lots of people need help, and we're happy to help them that way we can in our tomfoolery. And hold on, let's see who's up next. I think it was Ray Sutton is playing. So yeah, we're gonna let her go. Let Ray play. Enjoy it, Ray. Thanks, Robert King, for asking us to be a part of it. And UFC fights tonight, first sporting event in months. Woo! We're checking that out. We can't wait. And
take it away, Raymond.